Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are taking a break from our Path 2 series to jump into Stalingrad and have a good time. Now in this one I am with Aaron and Peak once again. You guys know how it goes. So we're not going to do live commentary. We're going to be getting up in here and breaking some stuff down. Now we get Greece, which is not a bad map for Stalingrad, but not the best. There's a few battleships against us and a couple of the Alaskas out there. So we're going to push over to the right because we spawned here. It's domination. You guys know the deal. Win your side, right? At least try to win your side. Do the best you can. So we're going to push over to the right. Initially, I'm going to actually make a couple of mistakes in this one that I wanted to point out. That's the main reason I want to showcase this. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but there's a couple of mistakes that I make, that just shows my inexperience with this particular ship, and kind of gives me the short end of the stick at the end of the day. But we're going to be making the opening turn. Peak's going to be super aggressive. He's going towards the island right there with the building on it. Georgia is kind of going to give it to us, and I'm going to take that shot because this ship, if you give it a broadside, can and will absolutely ruin you. We take the shot here at the Alaska. I'm not sure that I let him enough here, and you can see it's headed towards the back, if anything. And we do get a couple of hits, but no major damage. And we are also spotted broadside on. Luckily, the Georgia, in his infinite wisdom, is firing HE, which is preferable. Siegfried also firing HE, for some reason. But I'll take it, that's less chance of me getting citadeled. If they're going to fire HE at me, I'm all the better for it. But Georgia's going to open up. He's going to give himself a flat, juicy broadside. And here you see that little glitch that you get with the rear turret on this ship. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We had a similar situation with the Nuremberg when it first came out. The German light cruiser. Yeah, I think it's still light cruiser. Maybe it's a heavy cruiser. I don't know. But the Nuremberg has the same issue, or had the same issue with the rear turrets. It's funky. Sometimes it says it's in position, but it's not, and you gotta wait, and it causes problems. And so hopefully they'll get that fixed for this. They fixed it on the Nuremberg. They can definitely fix it on this as well. It's something to do with I don't know. On the Nuremberg, it was an issue with it saying that it's in position when it's not. So we'll see. Maybe it's similar. I don't know. But Alaska's giving us a good shot. We get a citadel on the Georgia over there as he goes behind the island. We've got a nice look here at the Alaska as well, but he's also got a juicy look at us. Remember, broadside in Stalingrad is no bueno. Luckily, he overshoots us and screws that shot up pretty bad. But Peak's already dead. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. But we're going to push forward. You can see Kaba not wanting to deal with it. He turns in to avoid me. And then, of course, we've got Georgia and Siegfried. Siegfried giving us the broadside. I aim a little higher, and we're going to get a good shot here. Siegfried actually loaded armor piercing that time, but we citadel him in return. And we extinguished the single fire from the Georgia. Namely because we're probably not going to get set on fire again anytime soon, so there's no reason to leave it burned. I know using the damage con for a single fire is usually a bad idea, but sometimes you can get away with it. Siegfried, we get another shot, and we get another citadel getting through that beautiful bow side plating that he has. Just makes him nice and squishy when you can get the shot. And these things are railguns more often than not. So we managed to smack him. He's got very little health. Georgia is kind of bow tanking us, so no good there for us. We're going to look to try to hit this Siegfried when he comes through this little gap in the island. I'm fairly confident by the time he gets to the gap, I'll be able to lob the island. And you can see I'm keeping an eye on everybody else. I'm not spotted, but we can see his bow, so we go ahead and place the shot out. I was fairly confident this was going to kill him, but unfortunately it does not. We get 2 penetrations, but that's it. And of course, now we're spotted by the Kaba, but the Kaba's about to get exploded by a torpedo, and down he goes. And then, of course, Siegfried's getting ready to come through the gap again. We've got another window to shoot, so we go ahead and take that shot through the island. We get a few rounds through, but of course we have to leave him with just enough to get away. Once again, hitting him for 5,400 and leaving him with just enough for another shot. But unfortunately for him, I got a faster reload. I'm going to go ahead and punch him right in the mouth and finish him off. Those were absolutely flat, beautiful shots. Down he goes. And now it is me versus Georgia. Aaron has went to the center to capture that base to give us a hopefully a 3-cap lead. Our team is capturing Alpha right there, so we're not in any danger of losing this fight. And so I actually get a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? Not aggressive so much, it's just complacent, I guess would be the word. I've been so used to everybody spamming me with HE, and not really, you know, I'm sitting broadside a lot is what I'm saying. So here we've got a beautiful look at this Georgia where we're hoping he was going to open up, but he didn't. He only opened up enough to get the rear gun. And so we go ahead and hit that side plating if we can. We get 4 rounds through it and 3 of them shatter. Again, not the best angle in the world to shoot at him, but you can see he is still shooting HE. And now we've got a much better angle to potentially penetrate. We get all of our guns off, and we completely whiff with the rear gun somehow. I honestly have no idea how we missed that shot. But Georgia actually switches to armor piercing for his next salvo. Luckily for me, I'm already turning in expecting something of the sort. And he's going to get basically nothing out of this. He gets a couple hits, like 1 overpin on the superstructure, but that's pretty much it. And here, I am assuming he's going for the ram. Watch what he does. As soon as I turn out, he's going to match it. He is definitely 100% going for the ram, so we're going to aim for the superstructure, try to hit him hard enough to get him out of here, and we should be able to finish him off. Down he goes. Ram avoided. Now, we're keeping an eye on who's around us. We've got an Alaska sneaking out of the B cap heading towards our backside. We've got a broadside of a Bismarck that we're looking at. And I'm going to make a huge mistake here. I am actually going to shoot at this Bismarck first, and then I'm going to go turn out to engage the Alaska, and I'm going to fire at the Richelieu that's over here. And this is going to be my ultimate, you know, screw up, because not only does this end up biting me in the backside, something fierce, because he's not even looking at us, but because we shoot at him, we're basically knocking on his door saying, hey, look, there's a juicy target over here, broadside. You should shoot it, right? So we do that, and we are going to pay for it. He's going to smash us. But we're also going to do something really dumb. So you can see the first shot in, didn't do a whole lot of damage. But we go full broadside here to get a full broadside out for this Alaska, because I know I can Citadel him. And we get 2 Citadels, but not able to remove him, unfortunately, and that leaves me broadside on. And he absolutely smashes me. And unfortunately, me knocking on the doors of those battleships ends really badly for me, because as I knock out the turret of the Alaska, I get punched in the mouth again, this time from the Bismarck, and then Alaska is able to finish me off. So we had us a really solid game. If I had to take it back, shooting at the Richelieu was a mistake, and swinging out to get the rear gun involved, trying to remove the Alaska in 1 salvo, swinging for the home run, you know what I'm saying? And the problem with doing the, you know, when you're swinging for the home runs is you come up short more often than not. Very, very rarely do you actually get the dev strike. So in those situations, in a ship like the Stalingrad, which is known for being absolutely demolished when it goes broadside, you just shouldn't take those risks. It's not worth it. More often than not, you're going to come up short. And so take what you can get out of the front guns, bow tank in, and not take those, you know, 50,000 damage salvos from people or whatever it was that we got hit with. But needless to say, it doesn't end up hurting us in the long run, because our team absolutely raffle stomped this team. We got all the caps. We pushed everybody backwards. There's nothing that they can really do. But this was a good match to showcase just how nasty the Stalingrad can be, but also showcase what happens in the Stalingrad when you make a mistake, and that is swift and sudden demise. I was pretty freaking healthy right up until I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Bismarck and Bismarck here, just out here dueling. Our Bismarck's going to come out on top, because he's got support, and there Bismarck goes down. Now, these torpedoes look like they come from the Fantastic, but actually, or they look like they come from the Bismarck, but they're actually from the Fantastic, which is hilarious. Because it literally looked like the Bismarck just crapped out these torpedoes. But what I'm guessing is the Fantastic launched those torpedoes from behind the Bismarck and was close enough that they didn't arm, so they just pass underneath the Bismarck. But still, solid game. Top of the leaderboard, 177K. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure you punch the like button for me. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.